Friends, today we have to discuss the new chapter, that is the magnetism and matter, chapter number 5. So in magnetism and matter, and we will be concentrating only on the bar magnet, particularly the bar magnet. Already in the previous chapter, already we have discussed when current passes through a conductor, that how magnetic field is created, and just we are dealing with the magnetic field, magnetic effects. So here only the magnetism and matter means that we will be dealing with only the bar magnet and different magnetic matters. The one thing is that before that you should be knowing about what is magnet. What is magnet? Magnet is that substance which attracts the iron pieces. You know it. Already you have seen that the magnet is simply bar magnet. Everybody has seen it. If it is kept near the iron, so that iron pieces will be attracted towards the magnet. And deeply if you go through the magnet, you can understand it is here now the magnetic pole, because on the either side you will be finding the poles, and that pole, one is the north pole, another is the south pole. That thing also you know it. But students, you just get the idea, whenever the magnetic pole is little inside the end of the magnet. Suppose if it is the south pole, north and south, the north pole will be little inside the bar magnet and south pole also little inside the bar magnet. These 2 points already I am marking it, that is the position of the poles. This is the position of the poles, and the length of this pole is told as the magnetic length, and that end to end the length is called the geometric length. And it is clear that the magnetic length is equal to 7 by 8 times the geometric length. No doubtly the magnetic length is smaller than the geometric length. If you cut the bar magnet here, automatically the pole will be shifted inside. In this manner, even if you cut the magnet into infinite number of pieces, even if the smallest substance whatever you are getting, that is also behaving as a magnet, that is smallest tiny magnet, it will be behaving like a dipole. Even if you come to the range of the atoms and molecule also, you will be finding the magnetic nature, that is the north and south pole. Always north and south pole will be pairing in case of the magnet. You cannot separate both the poles. Yes, you can separate, you can get the isolated magnetic pole. How you can get the isolated magnetic poles? If the magnet is is a very large one, so that that poles can be treated as the isolated one, but we cannot separate the north and south pole of the bar magnet. Students, you should be knowing about what must be the molecular theory of the bar magnet. The molecular theory of magnetism is that whenever the bar magnet, particularly the magnetic substance, is becoming a bar magnet, inside the bar magnet, all the atoms, they behave like a tiny magnet. It's behaving like a tiny magnet, and all the tiny magnets, if it is a magnet, no doubtly it must have the magnetic that you can get the magnetic poles. Magnetic poles will be created, and magnetic moment also will be developed. So in this case, the magnetic moment is a vector quantity, and all these vector quantities arranged in the regular manner. So net effect of this magnetic moment of this bar magnet of this substance is 0. That means the substance is not magnetized now. If the substance is not magnetized, each atom behaves like a tiny magnet, and these tiny magnets are arranged in the regular manner, and the net effect becomes 0, and the substance is not a magnet now. In this case, if the substance is getting magnetized, what happens? These tiny magnets are aligned in this manner. You can get the south north, south north, south north, south north. In this manner, that tiny magnets will be aligned, and this north and south effect will be cancelled. This north and south effect will be cancelled. Finally, at one end we will be getting the south effect, and other end we will be getting the north effect. Means the whole substance becomes a bar magnet, and one end will be the south pole, another end will be the north pole. And if you talk about the magnetic field lines, the magnetic field lines inside the bar magnet is directed from south to north. You just be careful for that. Magnetic field lines is directed from south to north inside the bar magnet, and these field lines you can get it from north to south outside the bar magnet. North to south outside the bar magnet. You can get it like that. So inside from south to north and outside from north to south. And this is all about your molecular theory of magnetism. Just if you talk about the magnetostatic and electrostatic, if you compare both of all the formulas, whatever you will be getting in case of the electrostatic and magnetostatic, both will be the same. Suppose if you talk about the Coulomb's law in magnetism, if you talk about the Coulomb's law in magnetism, that is equal to that force experienced between the two different isolated poles, F equal to mu naught by 4 pi m1 m2 upon r square. That is the Coulomb's law in magnetism. So in case of just if you talk about the bar magnet, and bar magnet, you know it, that is this is the M is the pole strength, this is the pole strength, and what is the magnetic moment? So magnetic moment M, it was equal to M into 2L. But what was the magnet that is the dipole moment? What was the dipole moment in case of the electrostatic? And the dipole moment, it was P, that is equal to Q into 2L. In case of the electric dipole, you are getting the dipole moment P equal to Q into 2L. But in case of the magnet, you are getting the magnetic dipole. If you talk about the dipole, that M equal to small m into 2L. Students, be careful that actually the pole strength and the magnetic moment. That is, magnetic moment we are representing capital M, and pole strength we are representing the small m. The magnetic moment you are getting, you know it from the current carrying circular coil. You must be knowing a current carrying circular coil behaves like a magnetic dipole, and in that case you know that magnetic moment and M equal to NIA. You are knowing NIA. In case of the current carrying circular loop, the magnetic moment was NIA, and accordingly the unit was ampere meter square. Ampere meter square was the magnetic moment in case of that current carrying coil. So here also the unit of magnetic moment is ampere meter square. If we compare these two, so what will be the unit of magnetic pole? So unit of magnetic pole is magnetic pole unit is, that is equal to ampere meter square. This side, left side is the ampere meter square, and left side equal to M into meter. So meter cancel. The magnetic pole, the unit of magnetic pole is ampere meter. Students, always you will be finding this question, that is the unit of magnetic pole and unit of magnetic moment. Ampere meter square is the unit of magnetic moment, and ampere meter is the unit of pole. Again, that if you behave like that, suppose if you consider the magnetic dipole, so in that case, in the magnetostatic, you are getting that the electric field intensity due to the dipole, that was the E equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught 2p by r cube. So here in this case also, in case of the magnet, if you calculate if end on position here, so we will be finding that is the magnetic pole strength B equal to, we are talking about the B magnetic field strength at any point on the end on position on axial line. It is mu naught by 4 pi, there it was 2p by r cube. Here we will be finding that is 2m upon r cube. That is the magnetic field strength at any point on the axis axial line of a magnetic dipole. If you consider a small magnet, if it is a magnetic dipole, we can get the magnetic field strength at any point on the axial line of the magnetic dipole. Similarly, in case of the equatorial line, you can get the magnetic field on the equatorial line, that is mu naught by 4 pi, that is equal to m by r cube. So in this manner, we can get the magnetic the magnetic field strength at any point on the axial line of the magnetic dipole, and magnetic field strength at any point on the equatorial line. And the same manner, another thing I would like to explain it here now, that a bar magnet can be compared with the solenoid, a current carrying solenoid. A current carrying solenoid is behaving like a bar magnet. Suppose if you talk about the bar magnet, you can get the magnetic field. No doubtly the magnetic field is stronger near the poles. The magnetic field is stronger near the poles. In case of the solenoid, if you talk about the solenoid here, so it is also behaving like a, suppose current carrying solenoid. Current carrying solenoid also behaves like a bar magnet. So if you draw the magnetic field lines, you can get like that the magnetic field lines of the solenoid. And this thing also you know it. This is the current carrying solenoid is like that. If you compare the bar with the bar magnet, and here you get the bar magnet, if it is the south and it is the north, we can draw the diagram like that, because the magnetic field lines that moves like that, south to north. So it is just equivalent to that of the bar magnet. So we can compare the magnetic field strength, magnetic nature, whatever is produced from the solenoid with the bar magnet. In case of the solenoid, you must be knowing inside the solenoid you are getting the magnetic field strength, that is mu naught Ni. So if you compare, suppose if a bar magnet is suspended freely, always it is pointing towards the north and south direction, and the similar manner also if the current carrying solenoid will be suspended freely, always it will be pointing towards the north and south direction, because as then when the current is passing through the solenoid, immediately one side will be the north pole, another side will be the south pole. So you must be in confusion how to decide which side will be the north pole, which side will be the south pole, and that you know from the current carrying loop. In the current carrying loop, if the current is flowing in clockwise direction, it behaves like the south pole. If it is flowing in anti-clockwise direction, it behaves like the north pole. So similarly here, if the first part whatever you are finding, if it is clockwise or it is anti-clockwise, if it is anti-clockwise, so it will be behaving as the north pole, if this side will be the south pole. As it is getting cancelled, in case of the bar magnet, what happens here? The tiny magnets are arranged in this manner. The tiny magnets are arranged in this manner, that is south, north, and this north is getting cancelled, and the end effect you get is the S, and another is called north. And the same manner, all the terms of the coil of the solenoid, what will happen? That will also be arranged in this manner, south, north, south, north, south, north, and at the end of the solenoid you can get the one side is the north, another side is the south. So that a bar magnet, whatever the properties you are using for the bar magnet, and that should be applicable for the current carrying solenoid. This is all about the slightly introduction part of that magnetism and a matter. In the next video, we will be discussing more about the Earth's magnetism. We will be talking about very important part is the geomagnetism. Thank you.